You're listening to Seven Horns AI, your AI-powered market update. Hello and welcome to your market wrap-up for Tuesday, June 2nd, 2026. Today, Wall Street closed with modest gains, pushing the S&P 500 and Dow Jones to new record highs after a volatile intraday session. The S&P 500 closed at 7,610.51, up about 0.14%, marking its first close above 7,600. The Dow Jones Industrial Average added 0.45%, or 228.91 points, to finish at 51,307.79, also an all-time closing high. The technology-heavy Nasdaq Composite ended virtually flat, edging up just 0.03% to 27,093.90. The trading day began on a cautious note, with all three major indexes slipping at the opening bell. Renewed U.S.-Iran tensions, specifically concerns about the ceasefire, pushed the S&P 500 down roughly 0.14%, the Dow down 0.09%, and the Nasdaq shedding about 0.25% early on. AI growth jitters also contributed to the initial softness in software names. However, sellers lost momentum by midday, and technology stocks led a broad recovery. Both the S&P 500 and Dow climbed to record intraday highs during the afternoon. The Nasdaq staged what one observer called a spectacular intraday turnaround, erasing its morning losses entirely. By the close, all three indexes had reclaimed green territory, demonstrating a textbook intraday reversal driven by dip buying in artificial intelligence and semiconductor names. Looking ahead after the bell, S&P 500 futures are essentially in line with today's cash close, indicating no meaningful after-hours move yet. Nasdaq 100 and Dow futures are also tracking roughly in line with their settlements. Shifting to individual movers, Apple hit an all-time high, closing up 2.90% at $315.20. Investors are anticipating major AI announcements at the upcoming Worldwide Developers Conference next week. Microsoft, however, saw the sharpest megacap decline, falling 4.17%, attributed to a broader pullback for AI software stocks. Alphabet dropped 3.86% after announcing plans to raise $80 billion for artificial intelligence infrastructure investments, which spooked some investors. Amazon also declined 1.81%, while Tesla posted a solid gain of 1.89%. The true standout today was Marvell Technology, which surged 32.52% after NVIDIA's CEO suggested Marvell could become the next trillion-dollar company. This boost also lifted other optical networking names like Coherent and Lumentum, which gained 17.63% and 13.72% respectively. In after-hours trading, Marvell Technology has added another 6.57% to its already impressive gains. For our cross-market handoff, Wall Street closed with modest gains today, with both the S&P 500 and Dow setting new record highs. This provides a constructive backdrop for Asian markets as they prepare to open. While the Nikkei finished modestly lower in its prior session, Nikkei futures are already suggesting a more positive tone, up around 700 points after the Japanese close. The Hang Seng Index saw a robust 2.2% gain in its last session, though its futures were trading lower after hours, suggesting a potential dip at the open. It will be closely watched as it opens later tonight, especially with strong performance from Chinese technology names. Looking at the broader themes, the artificial intelligence trade continues to dominate, but today saw a rotation. Hardware and infrastructure names like Marvell Technology, Coherent, and Lumentum surged, while AI software companies such as Microsoft and Alphabet pulled back. Geopolitical tensions between the U.S. and Iran caused an early dip, and crude oil prices rose 1.31%, with WTI futures up 1.74%, reflecting that risk premium. Apple's upcoming developers conference remains a key catalyst to watch. Meanwhile, the market was less enthusiastic about Alphabet's $80 billion plan for AI infrastructure, a reminder that the AI build-out is a costly endeavor. We also saw U.S. 10-year Treasuries yielding around 4.43% and ongoing tariff discussions from the U.S. administration. Investors will be watching key earnings reports, including Palo Alto Networks, which reports after market close today, and Broadcom and CrowdStrike, which report tomorrow. That's your market wrap for today. This has been a Seven Horns AI production. For more insights, visit us at sevenhorns.ai. We'll be back tomorrow.